everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Raid Shadow Legends, and it's a double upload day, I guess. We have more news in the works. Raid is releasing a new video for the core mechanics of Awakening, so this is the time for you to watch all your favorite content creators as we watch and discuss these preview videos here. So this is going to be live on their YouTube, possibly by the time we are allowed to post our videos too. But I love getting opinions of other content creators or seeing multiple people's reactions to things. So I would definitely always suggest watching this video a couple times through some of your favorites. Like me right now. Thank you guys for being here. Hey. But I wanted to do a live reaction. I will pause if there's something interesting to discuss, and then we'll mostly just probably talk about it a little bit at the very end. And I'll see what you guys think in the comments. But let's get our first impressions. Is this going to be ridiculous? Is it going to be OP? Is it going to be whale territory, pay to win? Or are they going to manage it well? Let's see.
Hey everyone, and welcome to a new update preview episode. Today we're going to talk about Awakening, diving a little deeper into some of the things we didn't have time for in our most recent What's Next video. We're also working on a second video covering the Iron Twins Fortress, the boss's skills, and highlighting some tactics and strategies to help take the twins down. But right now, we're focusing on Awakening itself. Let's start with the basics. Awakening unlocks at level 42 and is kind of like a mixture of Ascension and Masteries. The Awakening part itself is similar to Ascension. You awaken your champions star by star to make them stronger. In fact, one of the only real rules for Awakening is that you can't awaken a champion to a higher Awakening level than their Ascension level. So, you awaken them, then what? Here's where you'll find the similarity to Masteries. Once you awaken a champion, you can choose a blessing for them. These are like super-powered passive skills that can completely transform how you use a champion, unlocking new levels of potential or altering what they do entirely. Each blessing belongs to a specific divinity. For now, there are 4: Light, Dark, War, and Chaos. As soon as you awaken a champion, you get to pick any blessing you want. No questions asked. Well, within reason. Like champions, blessings have rarities, so rare champions can only get rare blessings. Epic champions can choose rare or epic blessings, and legendary champions have access to everything. But still, once you've awakened a champion, you don't have to do anything else to actually unlock their available blessings. However, you can make all the blessings stronger by awakening your champion to higher levels. Every blessing.
So I'm trying to stay as quiet as I can, except when we have actual questions, right? Or little quick topics to discuss. I think, based on looking at the last frame here, let's go back. The way that they show your ability to choose a blessing, it does make it look like you can choose a different one, right? I think you can. We'll have to find out for sure. Maybe they explain that more in this video, but I think that's one of my biggest questions from the last video was, are we going to be able to change that? If we choose one blessing, are we stuck with that forever for that character? If we mess up, or are we going to be patient, wait for people to test things and figure it out before you do your own blessings? Or is it okay if we pick something stupid and we change it? That's my big question.
Awakening your champion to higher levels. Every blessing gets better as a champion's awakening level increases, from improving the stat bonuses to unlocking entirely new effects and abilities. The best part? It's all tied to your champion's awakening level. You don't have to upgrade each blessing individually. If you have a champion at level 5 of Awakening, they'll get the level 5 benefits of any blessing they choose. Simple. You can also swap blessings at any time. Just like Masteries, the first change is completely free.
Let's take a quick look at some of these when they have them on the screen. Lightning Orb. Whenever an enemy receives a buff or has their turn meter filled, places 1 lightning orb stack on this champion. When activated, a lightning orb stack randomly protects one other active buff from being removed, stolen, or transferred. After activation, the lightning orb stack disappears. A champion can have a maximum of 3 lightning orb stacks at one time. Whenever a champion with 3 lightning orb stacks hits an enemy, inflicts bonus damage based on their max HP. Interesting. Okay. I'm really curious till I actually see all of these. It's going to be a lot of information to unpack when this goes live, though. Wholly overwhelming, right? Oh boy. Let's continue.
but after that, it's going to cost you some gems. You can change to any blessing available from any divinity, but switching blessings within the same divinity will be slightly cheaper than changing their divinity entirely.
Cost.
Now,
Aha.
let's have a look at some of the blessings themselves, starting with one of our coolest blessings, Polymorph. This is a legendary blessing from the Chaos divinity, and it does deliver on the Chaos front. Whenever any enemy places a debuff on a champion with this blessing, or steals or removes one of their buffs, there's a chance they'll receive a little debuff themselves. Only it's not a normal debuff, like an attack or defense decrease. They're going to get turned into a sheep and lose access to every single one of their skills. There's only a 5% chance of this happening at level 1, but if your champion is fully awakened all the way to level 6, you're going to have a 20% chance of turning potentially any champion into a sheep for 2 turns. And if you're wondering
So
what
silly.
life as a sheep is like, well, any champ that's been sheepified will only be able to use a single sheep skill. They'll charge forward, attack one enemy, and that's it. But they're a sheep, so herd mentality comes into play. Whenever one sheep attacks, all the others will join the herd and attack too. Getting turned into a sheep can basically take a champion out of the game for 2 whole turns, but it's not all bad. Every time you attack as a sheep, there's a 50% chance of removing the debuff and getting turned back into champion form again. And whenever you get rid of the sheep debuff, whether it expires or you lose all your HP as a sheep, you'll return to champion form at 50% HP, no matter how much
Oh.
HP you had before you got sheeped. It's a fun blessing,
Interesting.
an even more fun debuff, and we can't wait to see what you do with it. So, that's a legendary blessing, but other champions have access to a lot of awesome blessings too.
So you could actually try to time. Well, no, you can't make yourself be turned into a sheep. I was like, you could try to time that in your favor. But really, it's obviously going to be complete RNG if the other team you're fighting has the ability to turn you into a sheep. I was like, wait, we could try to use it to our advantage and turn ourselves into... No, we can't turn ourselves into sheep, guys. So I like how he says it like, oh, it has its advantages too, but definitely an arena mechanic, of course, of if you're about to die but someone turns you into a sheep, you're at least alive for another turn or two and coming back with 50% health, so... Not all bad, I guess. A little quirky. It's gonna be fun to watch, that's for sure.
Survival Instinct is a rare blessing from the Chaos divinity that can really turn a situation on its head. When an enemy uses a skill that places, spreads, or transfers a debuff onto a champion with this blessing, it's going to boost that champion's turn meter. It's an amazing blessing to make your champions interrupt your opponent's turn order and ruin their day. And here's another one. Carapace decreases the damage a champion takes while under a bunch of crowd control debuffs like stun, freeze, fear, or even petrification. On top of that, it also provides some sizable boosts to the champion's HP, resistance, and speed, making them far better equipped to make it through enemy stun locks in the arena or in those tough boss battles.
I like that.
And remember, these last 2 blessings are rare, so it's not just the top tier champions that will be getting some serious benefits from blessings. All right, we've taken a detailed look at 3 blessings from the Chaos divinity, but let's quickly highlight a few blessings from the other divinities too, starting with the War divinity. Life Harvest increases the champion's turn meter whenever an enemy is revived and destroys a portion of that enemy's max HP for good measure, making them weaker every time. Chainbreaker helps champions break free from crowd-controlled debuffs, Commanding Presence boosts your team's aura, and Hero's Soul boosts a champion's damage against bosses, according to the number of enemies in battle. It'll be huge for the Spider's Den. Next up, Light Divinity, the Do-Gooders. The Lightning Cage Blessing protects your buffs and boosts your damage with lightning balls. Heaven Cast makes your default skill ignore some of your enemy's resistance, which is great for those with key debuffs on their first skill. And here's one of my favorites. Miracle Heal helps recover some destroyed HP whenever the Blessed Champion heals. Excellent for bringing into Hydra battles. And
Oh,
finally,
yeah.
the
Head of
Dark
Decay.
Divinity. As you'd expect, they're not manipulating rainbows. Take Ward of the Fallen. It gives you special bone armor to protect you from attacks, then gives you more as your allies perish around you. At the highest level, you'll even summon undead skeletons to charge at your enemies.
Necromancer,
It's awesome.
hey.
The Lethal Dose Blessing then increases the damage you deal from poison debuffs in the arena and ignores some of the enemy's resistance while you're at it. If that doesn't sound painful enough, the Cruelty Blessing destroys some of your enemy's defense, making them far, far easier to hurt. Alright, that's a super quick fly-through of a few of the coolest blessings. Keep an eye on our social channels for more. Now you know why you want to awaken your champions. Let's talk about how. It all starts here at the Altar of Souls. Well, kind of. It actually starts at the Iron Twins Fortress. That's where you'll beat the Iron Twins to earn the soul coins you'll need to start the awakening process. But we're making a dedicated video on the twins later.
That's always... So, actually, I should say, people have been talking about this, and I didn't even notice that it's not only is it some special key that we only have so many attempts of daily, but his energy as well. Come on, man. Why you gotta do us like that? Bruh. Why?
So we'll ignore them for now. Now, imagine you're the best. You crushed the Iron Twins. You've got all the soul coins in the world. Time to get your hands on champion souls and awaken some champions. To start, let's recap a few rules. Only rare, epic, and legendary champions can be awakened, and each champion needs their own souls. You can't awaken Venus with Valkyrie's souls, for example. Another big thing to remember is that your ascension level matters for awakening. Champions can't be awakened to a higher level than their current ascension level. To make it easy to track, your awakening level is indicated with a fashionable red color. Okay, so souls. There are two types of souls. Perfect
Red versus pink. Sorry, colorblind folks.
souls and split souls. Perfect souls let you awaken your champion to the exact level indicated by the number of stars they have without any extra steps or requirements. If you're lucky enough to find a 6-star perfect soul for Valkyrie, you can fully awaken her in a single step. Split souls. Split souls, on the other hand, awaken your champions one level at a time. For example, if you find a 5-star split soul, you'll only be able to use that on champions that have already reached level 4 of awakening. Now let's talk about getting those souls. Perfect souls are the most flexible and powerful, so you'll want to get your hands on as many of these as possible. The main way is by summoning them with soul stones, which always gives you perfect souls. And to get soul stones, you'll need to head to the Mystic Market and use the soul coins you've earned from beating the Iron Twins. There are 3 soul stone types: mortal, immortal, eternal. The better the soul stone, the better your chances of receiving top-tier souls, meaning higher level souls for higher rarity champions. You can see the breakdown on screen right now. Summoning souls using soul stones requires silver in addition to the soul stones themselves, and the process is similar to summoning champions from shards, so you should get used to it in no time. As an added bonus here, you'll be able to constantly upgrade your stockpiles of soul coins through using soul stones. For example, if you use 10 mortal soul stones, you'll receive 200 immortal soul coins. You can also get some eternal soul coins by using immortal soul stones. It's a nice, easy ladder that means you can get high-tier soul stones just for summoning souls. But that's not all. As you know, there are hundreds of champions in Raid, and getting the right soul for the right champion sounds like it could take a while. So we've got something to help speed that process up. Introducing the wish list. You'll get to choose 9 champions to add to your list. Then your odds of summoning perfect souls for those champions from soul stones will be doubled. Simple, no strings attached. So that covers perfect souls, but what about split souls? You can get split souls from the Soul Merchant, but instead of using soul stones, you'll be exchanging soul essence. You can either find soul essence by raiding the Iron Twins Fortress or by buying it with soul coins. Fortunately, the advantage of the Soul Merchant is that you get to pick and choose which souls you want. The merchant has souls of every level and rarity, but the merchant's stock changes all the time. You'll need to stop by regularly and see what's in stock. To make it even more appealing, the merchant likes to make sure they have what you're looking for, so you'll never get a split soul that's of a lower level than what you need.
Oh boy, for all of our folks that analyze market value of things, we might need some thoughts on what is going to be good value. You could see that there's obviously different value based on being perfect soul or split soul and what level is it. So I think it's going to be interesting for us to take a moment and actually analyze some of the data as far as is it better to save all of your your stones for or not stones, what are they called? I guess they're the stones. God damn it. Better to save all the not the coins. I guess these are the stones. For legendary or epic or rare, or is split just not even worth it? Only save them for perfect. Like, trying to think about things that way, I think is going to be interesting to see if anyone starts analyzing that data. That might be something we like, hey, Smiley offers. Nudge, nudge. Let's analyze the market. I like it. I like it.
For example, if you have a Valkyrie at level 3 of Awakening, the next split soul you see for Valkyrie will be level 4. And if a champion hasn't been awakened at all, you might even see a few level 1 perfect souls as well. Bottom line, when it comes to the Soul Merchant, make sure you check in regularly to catch the souls you need. Those are all the ways to get souls, but once you have them, you'll need to know where to access them. This one's easy. Head to your Soul Collection. It functions pretty much the same as your Champions Collection, where you can expand it if you need more slots. Oh, and one big thing to remember. You can always sell any souls you don't want to get some more soul coins. This way, nothing's wasted.
Okay,
and
I
you
like
get to start
that.
the hunt for souls again. And that's everything.
Coins,
Keep an eye out for that dedicated dungeon guide we've promised. And click like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can catch it as soon as it's released. Until next time, happy raiding.
Oh boy. It's interesting to see what's suggested, right? Oh man, so let me know in the comments below, guys. This is the time to discuss, isn't it? Let's discuss. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about maybe the market? I mean, I guess we can't really analyze how overpriced things are going to be until it's really rolling. I definitely don't like that everything in this dang game costs silver upon expansion, not just whatever resource, it also costs silver. And now we have keys, and it also costs energy. They're really finding ways to drain our resources, unfortunately, and the battle for things like silver is going to get harder and harder. But hopefully, I guess at the end of the day, hopefully some of these awakening blessings are going to allow us to maybe farm some bosses faster, or yeah, just improve some of our comps to make grinding less hard. I like that they pointed out a few. I definitely want to take some time and look at everything. It's going to be really fun to see what different content creators do with champions. And luckily, as we saw, we can actually change them. So the fact that we can change out the blessings later, even though it's a fee with gems, I'm happy for that for sure. Because I was a little bit worried that if you made a mistake and it was early on, you might feel stuck and frustrated. But of course, at least they put a fee on it, so I can't be surprised there. A fee to change your blessing, fine, it's fine, whatever. But hopefully we can get some educated, make an educated decision based on watching some of us content creators play around and experiment first. So I'm definitely looking forward to the test server when we're hopefully, I mean, I don't know, we have no news. Hopefully we'll get test server access before the blessings come out, and we can start doing some testing with different champions and see which blessings are best for them. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more videos. I will try to do reaction videos and discussions here with any raid videos that come out, but for now, I'll see you guys in the next video.